Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making one of my all-time favorites, lemon squares. Alright, so I have a little bit of a confession. I have about like the top 3 maybe favorite desserts, maybe 4. And lemon squares is right up there with sweet potato pie. And in my younger days, before I knew better and I did better, I used to basically overeat lemon squares. Like when I was a kid, I used to sneak the sweet potato pie that my aunt used to make, and I would eat probably a whole pie, but pieces at a time, and nobody really knew why they were disappearing so fast. And I feel the same way about lemon squares. Like, I was introduced to lemon squares way back when, with my first job as a teenager at Starbucks, and I tried them because we had like waste, and I was like, oh my god, this is so delicious. And I'm not usually a big fan of sour stuff, but I was totally into it. So I was hooked ever since, and I had the same kind of issue I had when I was a little girl with the sweet potato pie. I would like just munch and eat so many lemon squares when I worked at Starbucks. Starbucks don't come for me, but they were waste. But I was so excited, and I used to eat those all the time, like in an unhealthy amount. So today I'm going to be making Martha Stewart's version of her creamy lemon square that I saw recently on her site. And as you know, on this channel, we're converting everything to an edible. So it'll be a cannabis creamy lemon square, and I'm really looking forward to getting that started. So the ingredients that we're going to need for this recipe are all-purpose flour, egg yolks, confectioner sugar, sweetened condensed milk, lemon juice. And to medicate this recipe, I'm going to be using a half a cup of softened cannabis butter. So to get started, I've already got the oven preheating to 350 degrees, and then we're just going to get everything mixed up. Okay, so to get started, we're going to make the crust. So to do that, I'm going to be using the stand mixer bowl. We're going to mix in the confectioner sugar, which is a half a cup, and the half a cup of cannabis butter. And after that's mixed up a little bit, then we'll add the 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So we'll get that mixed and crumbly, and then that's pretty much it. It's super easy, and then we'll get that into the pan. All right, this crust looks about ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in our square pan, and we're just gonna try to press it in there because it should be crumbly. It shouldn't be smooth like a batter. It should be kind of crumbly, like, you know, like just a drier dough. And guys, I just want to mention that I always use parchment paper when I bake pretty much anything because it makes everything easier to lift out. So just put a little sheet in there, so when it's all done, you just kind of slide it right out of the pan. It's super easy. So I'm just pressing this in, trying to make it, you know, nice and even so that we don't have like lumpy crust on one side and then like flat thin crust on another side. So I just really want to get it in there as evenly as possible. I just kind of use my fist to press it down. Also, another little trick, once I get all this pressed in here, is to use a fork to press, like prick little holes in your dough. Because what that does is it decreases the ability for us to have like air pockets. You know how like you have pizza sometimes, and like it'll blow up on one side and then it'll be like really flat on the other side. So we really want to prevent that. So we're gonna go ahead and prick that as soon as it's all in there with a fork. Okay, so our crust is ready. I totally forgot to spray the parchment paper with the baker's spray to just make sure that it comes out really easy. It's really not that big a deal. The whole point of parchment paper is that it is non-stick, but I still like to kind of double up, and I really heavily spray down the parchment paper usually, but I forgot. So we will see what happens. But it's all ready. I'm gonna pop this in the oven and then we'll get started on the filling. So obviously the most yummy part of a lemon square is the filling. So that's what we're gonna work on now while we got about 10 minutes left on the crust. And the whole recipe is super easy, but this part, like I said, really easy. I'm not even using the stand mixer. I'm just gonna do it here in the bowl. So we're gonna start by combining the eggs. With the sweetened condensed milk. Now I use organic sweetened condensed milk. You do not have to, you can use whatever you want. I mean, I pretty much use organic everything, but you don't have to do any of that. Whatever you have on hand will work just fine. So now that those are all swirled in there, I'm gonna go ahead and whisk them up until it's nice and creamy, and then we'll do the lemon juice. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but this is 3/4 cup of lemon juice. You can use fresh squeezed if you want. I just use the organic kind in a jar, but you can use whatever kind of lemon juice you have. That's pretty much it. All right, our crust is ready. Oh, that smells so good. All right, so I'm just gonna move this custard and we're gonna pour this right on top of the warm crust, so no wait. I want to get every little bit out of this bowl. Oh my gosh, the lemon smells so fresh and so good. We're going to get every little bit in there. I would do this anyway, but especially when you're cooking with cannabis because it's expensive. And also you want to just make sure that everything you dosed made it into the meal. So I'm just going to smooth this over a little bit and then we'll pop it back into the oven for 25 minutes. All right, so like I said, that's gonna go in for 25 minutes. Let me set a timer before I forget. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean up while we wait for the 25 minutes, and then we'll pop it out and see how we did, especially because I forgot to spray the cooking spray on it. All right, our 25-minute timer just went off, so I'm gonna take this out. Hopefully everything came out good. It kind of just smells buttery in the house. Ooh, pretty. It's so glossy. Sit that down kind of gently. So, even though this recipe is really quick and easy, the entire process is actually pretty long in my opinion. Because once we did like that part with the making and the crust, and then we bake the filling, you have to let it cool, and then you like at room temperature here in the pan, and then you also have to pop it like in the refrigerator for a couple hours or up to overnight. So if you want to make this the day before for like a party or something, that's good. All right guys, it's been just over 2 hours. My refrigerator has a fast cool setting, so I tried that for the first time today to see if I can get it to go quick enough. So it's been a little bit over 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get this out of the pan. Remember, I forgot to spray the pan. with the non-stick spray, so I'm hoping it's easy to still pull it out with the parchment paper. I might have to take a knife and line it or something like that to get it out, but I guess we'll see. Let's see. No, it's not quite letting me in there. Lesson learned, guys. Spray the pan. Spray pan. Not too bad. Didn't leave that much in the pan, despite not greasing it. But I think that looks pretty good. It smells amazing. Okay, so now we're just down to my final couple steps. I'm going to dust this with some powdered sugar. You can skip this if you want, but I just think it makes it prettier, and it's always that nice little bit of extra taste. My dogs are literally like right here because they smell it. They are not getting lemon bars, but they're right here. All right, so I'm just gonna put this on here. Okay, finally, after much patience this afternoon, we finally get to cut it up and taste. So I'm gonna cut these into 16 pieces, so there'll be 25 milligrams of THC each. I think I'll just steal a little piece while I'm cutting. Ooh. Okay, so now we have 16 perfectly cut 25 milligram squares, and now I get to taste it. My mom calls that the food dance. Like when you waiting on food to get ready, you start dancing. Everybody does it. My kids do it. Like, it's just so funny. So pay attention to the next time, like, you waiting on something to cook in the microwave, or like somebody's making plates and you just catch yourself doing a little diddy bop. That's the food dance. So I hope y'all give these a try. Please let me know what you think. Are you a lemon lover? Let me know in the comments. And also, please like, share, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps. It's free to just like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help me out and helps the channel out. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see y'all next time with another one. Bye.